So now we are starting with Constitutional Validity of Income Tax Act. So Constitutional Validity of Income Tax Act comes from the supreme document or supreme law of India, which is Constitution of India. Before understanding any law at professional level, you must understand its constitutional background. And to understand constitutional background of Income Tax Act 1961, we need to refer 3 articles out of 448 articles that our constitution is having. So Article 265 is a quite interesting article which protects citizens of India from bringing any random law by the government. Government cannot tomorrow just wake up and bring some random tax laws in India. That's not going to happen, because Article 265 is a prohibitory law, prohibitory article, which says government cannot bring, or it takes away the power from government. Government cannot bring any tax law in India unless and until they bring law for it. So look at the language of it. No taxes and duties shall be levied and collected in India. So look at the very strict language here. No taxes and duties shall be levied or collected in India. That means it is a negative language. Okay, a negative language will always be understand and interpret in a strict manner. We call it litera legis in interpretation of law. Litera legis means you cannot dilute the language, you need to interpret language as it is, and the as it is language says government cannot bring any tax or any duty in India unless except by the authority of law. What it means is this: if you want to charge tax in India, first you need to bring law and then only you can charge tax. You cannot go vice versa. What vice versa? Let's collect tax now and later on we will bring the law. No, this is the wrong texture. Okay, we cannot go in this way. So first you need to bring law, then only you can bring tax law, apply tax in India. Now after learning Article 265, one question must arise in your mind: who makes laws in India? Is it a Supreme Court which makes law in India? Answer is no. Is it a state government which makes law in India? Answer is no. Is it a central government which makes laws in India? Answer is no. Is it an income tax department which makes income tax act? Answer is no. So sir, who makes law in India? So as per Article 245, power to enact law is given to 2 bodies in India, and the first body is the Parliament on central government level and state legislatures or state legislative assembly on state government level. You understand? So Parliament and state legislature alone are having power to enact law. Now Parliament can make law for whole of India or part of India, whereas state legislature can make law for whole of the state or part of the state. I hope you understand this. Now you need to make sure that if it is a Kerala, now we are having Kerala state government, okay, and we are having government of India, which is known as the central government, and both of them are having their respective law making authorities. For central government we are having Parliament, and for Kerala government we are having state legislatures. Now please understand, Kerala government may take a stand tomorrow by saying, okay, so and so law implemented by government, central government, we shall not follow in our state. Okay, because we also have right to make our own law. If you observe GST law, you can see there in GST law there are 2 governments which are charging tax on the same transaction, central government and state government on intrastate supply. If GST rate is 18%, 9% will be taken by central government and 9% will be taken by state government. In income tax also are we doing the same thing? Because the person is earning income in Kerala. Now you need to understand, he's under some obligation to pay tax to Kerala government, because Kerala government also have right to make law, and because Kerala forms part of India, he is also having obligation towards the central government. So in GST they divide the revenue, but do they divide revenue in income tax as well? So answer is no. In customs, answer is no. In excise, answer is no. So why is it so, sir? Because when the power is given to 2 parties, so these powers has to be clearly segregated. Which government or which what are the powers are reserved for state legislature and what are the powers reserved for Parliament. This has to be clearly stated in Parliament, this has to be clearly, sorry, this has to be stated clearly in constitution, otherwise it may lead to some kind of dispute between parliament versus state legislature. That dispute is already well taken care of by the constitution in article 246, and majority of you are already having understanding of article 246 either through your law lectures or through GST lectures. If you are not having detailed idea about article 246, I have already recorded a in-depth lecture on constitutional validity of GST, and it covers majority of entries in terms of tax laws, and you can google out that on our YouTube channel and you will get that lecture. Here I will be talking only in respect of income tax or taxes on income through article 246. To support article 246, they have created 7th schedule. 7th schedule is further divided into 3 lists: list 1, list 2, list 3. Name of the list 1 is union list, name of the list 2 is the state list, and name of the list 3 you already know, it is a concurrent list. Now what is there in list 1? All matters, there are more than 100 matters written in list 1 now, which is the union list. That list gives exclusive power, I hope you understand this word, exclusive power to central government. That means no state government can interfere if the laws are made by central government. It gives exclusive power to central government to enact law on certain matters which are mentioned under list 1. State list is there, which is list 2. It gives exclusive power to state government to enact a law on the matters which are enumerated in list 2. And there is a common power in list 3, but fortunately we don't have any revenue law in concurrent list. Revenue law means there is no tax act written under concurrent list, so we will not be discussing it. Now let's come to union list. There is an entry number 82. Out of 100 plus odd entries, there is an entry number 82, which gives exclusive power to central government to bring tax law on incomes except agriculture income. And you might be knowing this, that agriculture income is exempt in India, at least it is exempt in Income Tax Act 1961, because central government doesn't enjoy power to enact any tax on agriculture income. That power is taken away by constitution, and none of the act can override constitution. Please understand this hierarchy of law. The supreme law is constitution, then act, then rules, then notification. Please understand, notification cannot override rule and act, rules cannot override act, act cannot override parliament. Again, notification cannot override rules, rules cannot override act, act cannot override constitution, because constitution is a supreme document, and therefore income tax, even if they willing so, they cannot bring tax on agriculture income. Then who is having power to tax agriculture income, sir? So article 246, 7th schedule, in that list number 2, which is a state list, gives rise to entry number 46. Entry number 46 of state list gives power to tax agriculture income to state government. This power is reserved with state government, but as per my understanding, none of the state government has brought any tax system on agriculture income, and therefore agriculture is exempt from central taxes as well as from state taxes in majority of states. You understood this? So let's have a quick revision of what all we have discussed here. So we are discussing constitutional validity of income tax. For that we have referred to article 265. Article 265 says you need to bring law first, and then only you can take tax on particular activities in India. So who makes law in India? So parliament can make law as well as state legislature can make law. Because power is divided with two parties, there can be a dispute. To handle the dispute, we have created article number 246. Article 246 has the support of 7th schedule. 7th schedule is divided into 3 lists: list 1, list 2, list 3, union list, state list, concurrent list. In union list, we are having entry number 82. Entry number 82 gives exclusive power to state government to enact law to tax all incomes except agriculture income. I will repeat my sentence because this is important for multiple choice question. Okay. Entry number 82 of union list of 7th schedule of article 246 of Constitution of India. Again, entry number 82 of union list of 7th schedule of article 246 of Constitution of India gives exclusive power to central government to enact law on taxes of taxes on income excluding agriculture income, whereas entry number 46 gives power to state government to enact tax on agriculture income. I hope this is enough to understand that income tax is constitutionally valid through entry number 82 of Union List. Thanks a lot, friends.